Statistical analysis might seem like an exact science, but if you've ever tried to apply statistics to real life, you know that, in fact, it is not. In this movie, I'd like to review a number of potential sources of error that might creep into your own analyses, because once you know what they are, you can do your best to avoid them. Not using random samples can be a huge source of error. One famous example comes from the 1936 US presidential election, where a telephone poll of Literary Digest subscribers projected that Alfred Landon would beat Franklin Delano Roosevelt by a wide margin. In fact, Roosevelt won nearly 2/3 of the popular vote. The error came from two sources. Literary Digest was a conservative publication, which biased the results, and the poll was conducted by telephone. In 1936, only the financially well-off had telephones in their homes, so that biased the results as well. You can also run into investigator bias. It's easy to anticipate what your data will tell you. That's normal, but you shouldn't let those expectations affect your judgment. Many interesting discoveries come from the moment when you look at your data and think, that's strange, because the results don't fit your preconceived notions. You can also run into trouble working with old data. The world changes, and just because your customers might have been ready for a product 2 years ago doesn't mean they are now. And finally, you can run into trouble basing your policy on a survey or experiment with a small sample. The more data you can get, the better. And the greater variety of people that you ask, again, selected randomly, the better your analysis will be. Hopefully pointing out these sources of error will help you in your own analysis, and you can use random data, eliminate your own personal bias, work with the newest data that you have, and have an adequate sample size.